Hola a todos y bienvenidos a nuestro canal de YouTube. Hi everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be learning nationalities, professions and how to fill a form in Spanish. That is a basic form which contains your name, age, email ID, phone number, etc. Okay. What I have seen is many students face difficulties in learning professions and nationalities as there are too many, and also when it comes to distinguish and pair them with the pronombres, that is masculine and feminine version. So I've actually sorted down everything for you guys, and after watching this video you'll be able to learn those spellings, those names, and also you'll learn to pair them with the pronombres. Okay. And I hope that by the end of this video you'll be able to fill a basic Spanish form by yourselves. Okay, so if you want any extra study material or practice exercises, then you can always DM us on the WhatsApp number that is mentioned on the screen and in the description box as well. Okay, and if you want private classes, we do provide private classes. For that also you have to DM us on the same WhatsApp number. So now let's begin. Alright, so now we'll begin with the nationalities, and first of all the names of countries. So countries in Spanish is known as países. Okay, so we'll learn the names of the countries, how do we call them in Spanish, and then we'll learn how do we call the citizens of those countries in Spanish. Like we say that he is American or she is American, so how do we call that? Let's begin with Argentina. Argentina in Spanish is known as Argentina. Argentina. And its citizens are es argentino or es argentina. The males are known as argentino and the female is known as argentina. Then Bolivia is known as Bolivia, Bolivia, Boliviano, Boliviana. Okay. Chile is called Chile, Chileno, Chilena, es chileno o es chilena. Colombia is known as Colombia, Colombia, Colombiano, Colombiana. Cuba is known as Cuba only, es cubano, es cubana. Spain is known as España, España. Es español o es española. Mexico is known as Mexico. Es mexicano o es mexicana. Peru is Peru, peruano, peruana. Australia is called Australia, Australia. Australiano, Australiana. Japan is known as Japón, Japón, Japonés, Japonesa. Korea is called Korea, Coreano, Coreana. India is called India only, es indio or es India. South Africa is called Sudafrica, Sudafrica, Sudafrica. Es sudafricano or es sudafricana. England is called Inglaterra, Inglaterra. Es inglés o es inglesa. New Zealand is called Nueva Zelanda, Nueva Zelanda. Es neozelandés o es neozelandesa. Es neozelandés o es neozelandesa. China is called China. It's called China. Es chino o es china. Thailand is called Tailandia, Tailandia. Es tailandés o es tailandesa. Okay. France is called Francia, Francia. Es francés o es francesa, francesa. Okay. So as you can see in these, in the masculine and feminine, in these both, there was only one difference, that for the females we use a, like we put a in the end, like francesa, inglesa, Boliviana, right? But now, for these three countries, for these three spices that we're going to learn now, we use the common term for male or for females. Okay, for both of them, we use the same term. First of all comes United States is called Estados Unidos. Estados Unidos. And es estadounidense. Es estadounidense. That is, both of them are known by one common term, that is estadounidense. Okay. So for both of them, we'll use this one thing only. Now, Belgium. Belgium is Belgica. Belgica. Okay. And for both of them, we use Belga. Es Belga, y es Belga. Okay. Now, Morocco. Morocco es Marruecos. Marruecos. Okay. And its citizens are Marroquí. Marroquí. Es Marroquí, y es Marroquí. Okay. So these were the nationalities, the basic ones that you should know. Now we'll come to professions. And before coming to professions, just remember that only three are there. Only these three countries that you should know, which have the same term for both of its citizens. Okay. Now let's go to professions. In the professions, first of all, we have a list of professions in which the male and female are both distinguished by A. Just like in the nationalities, for the feminine thing, we just have to put A in the end, right? For the feminine person. If she is a female, we just put an A in the end, and there we get the designation. So in the profession also, the list that I'm going to repeat now has the same order. Suppose the doctor. The doctor is known as el doctor o la doctora. The lawyer, el abogado o la abogada. The teacher, el profesor o la profesora. The nurse, el enfermero o la enfermera. The chef, el cocinero o la cocinera. The baker, el panadero o la panadera. Now we learn the professions in which there is the same term that we use for masculine and feminine, that is for male and for female. We use the same name. Okay. The dentist, el dentista, la dentista. The student, el estudiante, la estudiante. The manager, el gerente, la gerente. The journalist, el periodista, la periodista. The fireman, el bombero, la bombero. The biologist, el biólogo, la biólogo. The office worker, el ofinista, la ofinista. The soldier, el soldado, la soldado. The police, el policía y la policía. Okay. Now we learn another type of category. In this, the name are different for both of them. Like till now we've learned doctor, doctora, or dentista, dentista. But now we have the different name for both of them. Okay. Actor or actress. Okay. These are el actor o la actriz. El actor o la actriz. The emperor or the empress, el emperador o la emperatriz. El emperador o la emperatriz. The king, the queen is known as el rey y la reina. El rey o la reina. Okay. Now we'll do an exercise. For that exercise, you can see that on the screen there are some questions on the left side, and there is a list which you have to match with these questions. Okay, so what you have to basically do is you have to judge from these questions what type of answer would you give to these questions, and from the list that is given on the right you can choose the correct one. Like, I'll just give you an example. The first question is ¿Cómo te llamas? As we learned in the earlier videos, if you haven't watched them, please go and watch them first. Okay, so ¿Cómo te llamas? Is used to ask a person's name. Okay, so for that, what will we choose from this list? We'll choose el nombre. Okay, because when we ask this question, the other person will speak out his name na. So like ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Juan, like that. So in that way you have to match these columns. Now once you've matched these columns, I'll tell you each and every answer. So your answers are like ¿Cómo te llamas? We'll match it with el nombre, as we know. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Is also what is your name. So it will also be with el nombre. ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿Cuántos años tienes means what is your age? So when someone asks what is your age, what will we tell him? Our age, no? So our age is known as la edad. Okay, that is the age. Okay, so we'll match it with la edad. ¿A qué te dedicas? It basically means what is your profession. Okay, so let's say I am a student, है So I'll say soy estudiante or soy profesora, as we learned all the professions in this video earlier na. So ¿a qué te dedicas? Will match with la profesión. ¿En qué trabajas? Okay, so this also means where do you work or in which line do you work? What is your profession again? Okay, so it's the different way of asking the same type of questions. Okay, so for both of them, la profesión. Now, ¿tienes correo electrónico? Correo electrónico is email ID. So do you have an email ID? For this type of question, what will be our answer? It would be our email ID, no? Correo electrónico. Okay. ¿Tienes móvil? Do you have a mobile? So for that, basically the person is asking for a mobile number. Okay. So for that also, what will be our answer? We'll tell him our mobile number. So for that, el número de teléfono. El número de teléfono. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? Now this is direct question. What is your phone number? So for that also, número de teléfono. ¿De dónde eres? From where do you belong? ¿De dónde eres? Is a very common question. Whenever you will be asked to give an introduction, then you will be asked this question. ¿De dónde eres? From which country are you or from where do you belong? Okay. So in this question, what will be our answer? La nacionalidad o el lugar de origen. Our nationality or the place from where we originate. Alright, so this will be our answer. Now, let's move over and learn how to fill a form. Okay, so what are the key things that we have in a form? We have name, surname, which we need to fill. What else? Nationality, age, profession, telephone, our email ID, right? These are the 7 things that we have that we need to fill. Okay, first of all, let's learn what are these 7 things called in Spanish. Name is known as nombre. Surname is known as apellido. Apellido, okay. Nationality, nacionalidad, as we've learned earlier. Age is edad. Profession is profesión. Telephone is teléfono. And email is correo electrónico, right? Now, you just have to keep these things in mind. You have to learn this. And now we'll learn how to fill a form. Suppose that we have these 7 questions now. Now what will be our answer? So I'll fill a form arbitrarily, okay? Imaginary form basically. And you can see what will be the information that will give in it, okay? Nombre, Anshuman. Apellido, Arora, okay, his surname. Nacionalidad, Indio, okay. Edad, let's say 25 años, okay, that is his age, 25 años. Profesión, profesor, ¿vale? He is a teacher, so profesor. Teléfono, 110 013 1001. Okay, that is his number. Correo electrónico anshumanarora.xyz@xyz.com. Okay, .com. Okay, so that is how we fill a form. Okay, this was an imaginary form. Don't take it so seriously, but I've just taught you a format of filling a form. All right, now what you guys have to do is fill a form with your information. Okay, just like this, and fill a form in the same way, an imaginary form, and that imaginary form you can comment below for us to review if you've learned this concept in a correct way or not. Okay, now we'll do an exercise. In this exercise, as you can see, you have an information of a person that is jumbled up, right? First of all, we have a name, then male, and so on. Okay, so now what we'll have to do is, in this particular form, we have to fill the correct information. Okay, and first of all, you can do this exercise on your own, and you can check your answers in 3, 2 y 1. Ahora, okay, I hope you've all filled the answers correctly, and this is how you have to fill a form. So now comes the end of the video. So thank you for watching the video, and I really hope that now you can yourself fill a form in Spanish, right? You can comment such a form that you filled by yourself, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe the video, and to hit the bell icon too. See you in the next video. Ciao amigos, adios.